Fala galera, sejam bem-vindos ao canal Gasores e vamos aí continuar a nossa gameplay de GreedFall. Tá, essa aqui é a carta do professor Serafedin que a gente já leu, né, no último vídeo. Esse aqui consequentemente é o corpo dele, né? Nessa sobrou osso. Aqui, deixa eu ver o que eu vou fazer aqui. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo pegar esse aqui. Ah, velho, isso é mentira, cara. Véi, esses bichos são muito chato, cara. Muito, muito, muito chato. Ah tá, agora ele apareceu caído aqui, né? Aquela hora lá no jogo ele tinha bugado. Quer dizer, no vídeo, né, anterior, ele tinha bugado. Perder tempo com isso não. Putz, eu vim pro lugar errado de novo.
I've been waiting for you. I've got the crown. The council will soon unite. I must go and win. Thank you for giving it to me in the end. You are a Carant now. Have no fear. I keep my promises.
É bom cumprir mesmo. Se não cumprir, você já sabe o que vai te acontecer, né?
Congratulations, Dedra. Teirfredi now has a High Queen who will be strong enough to defend it. I hope you haven't forgotten the promise you made me.
Don't be afraid, Carants. I know the value of a promise, and I have not forgotten your help. But according to tradition, I must go and see Enon Milfrichteman on my own first. Meet me at the entrance to the sanctuary in 2 days, and I will get you inside. I will have had enough time to imbue myself with the strength of Teirfredi.
Thank you, Dedra. I'll be there.
Every one of us will be praying during these 2 days for Enon Milfrichteman to bless our chosen one. But we don't have to stay here and do nothing. We can go somewhere else if you want.
Ah, não, vamos esperar 2 dias e ir diretamente pra lá, ué. Vou ficar perdendo tempo fazendo missão secundária pra quê, filha? Eu, hein? Você tá doida?
There you are, Karantz.
How was the encounter?
Good. Enon Mil Frichtemann has filled my heart with strength. As I expected, he warned me about the threat the Renaigse are posing for our island. But go. He is expecting you. Stay on the right-hand path and do not turn back. They say those who turn back awaken the guardians of the sanctuary.
Tá, fique sempre à direita. E não hesita, não olha pra trás. Vai embora, isso aí. É só correr e não parar pra olhar nada. Eu ainda acho que esse velho que a gente vai encontrar aqui é aquele velho que a gente encontrou lá no início lá. Aquele velho que não falava nada com nada. Não duvido nada. Ih, rapaz, é boss fight, hein? É boss fight, hein?
And so the child that was taken has returned, the flesh of my earth. You, by simply coming into being, have tangled the strings of destiny of all the other children. I am he they call en on me Frichtinen. I have followed each of your steps since your arrival.
I hail you, Enon Milfrichtemann. I have come to you to find a remedy.
A cure for the disease of a distant land. Her affliction was to be poisoned by her own children. Her veins rot in stagnant water. Her earth now bears poisoned fruit, and her children wither and die. And still it is those same children who can heal the lands, and with them heal themselves, if they only want it truly. They could be taught by my children, learn to give back in return, learn to heal. But for that, I must survive. I have seen by your side the shadow grow, taking form. Fed by the venom of intrigues from faraway lands, he spreads it today in my sap. To save his own life, he stole my strength, and that strength has driven him mad, because it is not made to be taken. He
I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
The one you call Constantine. You must stop him. Or there will be no cure anymore for anything or anyone.
That's impossible. How could that be?
You must leave now. Someone has followed your footsteps. Someone has entered here without invitation. My children are waking and tracking. They will attack all followers. Flee, or you will be their victims.
Cacete. Beleza, se é pra fugir, nós foge sem olhar pra trás, João. O bagulho é louco.
I saw a Renaig fleeing the sanctuary. The Monasenaig must have slipped past you. Enon Mil Frichtiman cannot have been pleased about it. Did he still give you the answers you were looking for?
Yes. He told me that the Malachor had appeared because of the way the colonials have treated the earth. It is actually some kind of poisoning, and it would be possible to cure it, but I'm not sure that I understood how.
So, the Renaigse would be the cause of their own deaths. If they weren't on the verge of doing the same thing to our island, I would be applauding. In terms of the antidote, Enon Mil Frichtiman is often difficult to understand. Ask Adonegad.
Thank you, Deirdre. I must dwell on it.
You look like you bit into a bitter fruit. Did you learn anything else?
Yes. But I would like to verify something before I tell you about it.
Fine. You know where to find me once you are done. Quawalam seg, Karants.
Goodbye.
Tá bom. Tá bom, tá bom. E agora nós vamos para onde? Então nós vamos para a fogueira aqui do outro lado, né? Fogueira não, acampamento. Tá, e agora a gente vai viajar. A gente tá aqui. A gente vai vir pra cá, né? Com certeza, né, o Constantine já deve ter mudado, né? Mais um pouco a face dele, ou não.
My fair cousin, I'm so glad to see you. You are right on time. We have visitors, and your advice would be most welcome. Let me introduce you to the emissaries of the Bridge Alliance and the Coin Guard. Quite brazen, isn't it? That they would send us an emissary after having tried to assassinate me.
The commander must have a solid reason.
That's what I hope. Your Excellencies, we're listening.
San Mateus has been sustaining particularly violent assaults. Our soldiers are exhausted. Soon it will be the inhabitants who will pay the price.
And of course, it is on their behalf that you dare to come find me.
The commander was hoping that, in the face of such a threat, you would forget our past differences.
Oh, how sensitive of him.
Sire, Hikmet is under attack as well. We are almost certain that this is a new maneuver of the islanders. Governor Burren is hoping that you will accept to send him your cousin as well as some troops.
My heart truly bleeds at hearing such tales. However, the size of our troops has greatly reduced after the horrific attempt at a coup. And regarding sending my cousin, she's already very busy undertaking a mission of the utmost importance, without even mentioning the fact that what you describe fills me with fear for her life, which is most precious to me. No, I really don't see how I could be of assistance to you.
Constantine, we cannot remain deaf to the call of our allies. I'm sure I can find the time to go and evaluate the situation.
I would love to accompany you, but my people are being wrongfully accused. I am certain of it, and I want to prove it.
Very well, my dear. You know I cannot refuse you anything. But remember how urgent it is for this antidote to be found. We're so close to it now.
Don't worry about it. You know how important this mission is to me.
Well, this audience is coming to an end. Your Excellencies, inform your governors of my cousin's arrival. I hope that you realize how grateful you should be to her.
And of course, you also have the gratitude of the guard.
Constantine.
My adorable cousin, I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
I finally managed to enter the sanctuary at the heart of the island, and I was able to talk with Enon Milfrichteman.
How marvelous! Tell me about it.
The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a High King can open it.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earned the trust of the pretender who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Deirdre, the queen of the village of Vedlug. She's quite the radical warrior, but she's a strong leader.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Donegad?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree. As strange as it may sound.
Fascinating. And I thought that gods were always old bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the earth so much, we have poisoned it. And the disease has contaminated us through the water we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the earth can be healed. That his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
Tá, a gente pode revelar tudo o que ele disse ou não dizer nada a respeito do aviso.
No,
Tá,
but
vamos.
it's true that the conversation ended abruptly. An intruder had managed to sneak into the sanctuary, and we had to flee to evade the wrath of its guardians.
An intruder, you say? Then I guess this sanctuary isn't that heavily protected. Your work really is exemplary. The entire continent should be thanking you. Is there anything you would like to tell me?
Tá, deixa eu ver um negócio aqui. Tá.
You told me that during the ritual with Katasak, You felt the bond that he had created.
It's true. And it was an incredible feeling. I felt like I was every blade of grass in that remote place. I could see everything, feel everything, and I knew that I could bend the trees to my will.
Do you still feel that way?
Yes, but in a more dull, muffled way. The first time, it was surreal and perfect. In fact, I don't know if there's a word for it.
The first time?
The first time it happened. Now it's as if I've become used to feeling this bond.
I must take my leave.
Take care, and come back soon.
Tá, então tá. Deixa eu olhar aqui. Então tá, essas são as duas missões principais, né? Beleza. Essas duas missões principais, galera, vai ficar pro próximo vídeo. A gente vai viajar, né, até lá onde a gente precisa ir. Então, beleza, galera. No próximo vídeo a gente vai fazer aí essas duas missões. Aqui, primeiro em São Mateus e depois o ataque a Hikmet. Então, valeu, falou e até o próximo vídeo.